Yo, what's up guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown for part 3 in our suspect test laddering in the Ubers tier as I'm using a team that my boy Problems gave me. Shoutouts to him. It's a sticky web offensive team. I really like it. It's pretty fun. And yeah, actually before I get into laddering, I just want to say, well, first off, thank you everybody for the support on my last laddering part. I'm not talking about the likes and stuff like that. I'm talking about, the actual support from, well, what's going on right now with me. I'm not going to go into detail with that, but thank you everybody for that. And secondly, I just want to announce the Cycle 5 winners, top 8 from the official ladder tour going on in Smogon. There's only 3 more cycles left. Cycle 6, which is going on now, which I will link in the description, Cycle 7, and Cycle 8. And after that, the official tour will actually start. So coming off at rank 1, we got lefties. Rank 2, Haver. I guess I could say that with a Spanish accent, but I don't feel like it. Rank 3, we got Nelson. Rank 4, my boy Remedy. Rank 5, Tom Bus. Rank 6, the German, Sebixel. I think he's German. Might be from Spain. Not sure. Rank 7, Miles Tails. And rank 8, John Yeo. So, guys, if you want to, go ahead and join Cycle 6, I will be leaving the link in the description if you guys want to end up, joining this Smogon tour. And yeah, let's just look for a battle, and I'll pause it until we find one. Okay, so we have found a game versus a very offensive team, and it's actually really threatening. I need to get my sticky web as quickly as possible, which might not be possible because he has a flincher right here, a flincher right here, and a Pokemon that's scary as hell if it does end up setting up. So we'll see how this ends up going. I don't think this is a Defog Arceus just based on the nature of his team, but he ends up leading off with Shaman as I'm going to lead off with my SHUCKLE. I am very, very, very specially built, so he won't be doing too much to me as I'm just going to be hoping that I get up my my sticky web right here as it does end up going up, and what I can do is just go for Toxic as I end up breaking through. That's amazing right there. And what I'm going to do is Rock Tomb this thing too, as he ends up going for Seed Flare, thinking he'll knock me out. So because of the Rock Tomb, even though SHUCKLE's not going to end up outspeeding him, my other members of my team will be able to. So I'm actually just going to go for Rock Tomb again. I could have went for Encore right there, but if you want to switch out, it honestly didn't matter right there. So I can now go out into my my Arceus Ghost and actually set up an SD. I think I can sweep him if I set up an SD, as he ends up going for the Seed Flare. And as you guys can see, I do have Shadow Force and Shadow Claw because Shadow Force is just so powerful. It can actually OHKO the Xerneas at +2 as he actually ends up going out to Genesect. I don't mind that too much because, like I said, I do have Shadow Force. Even if he has Scarf, the sticky web nullified that, so he's just a regular one right now. As he ends up going for Shift Gear. That could have been problematic if I wasn't in a different dimension, and the fact that he probably wasn't going to live this unless he's packing a Focus Sash, which he is. Wow, did not see that coming. But I do have BP on my Lucario, so I'm not too worried about Extreme Speed. Unfortunately, I don't have Extreme Speed on that Arceus Ghost, which I might change from Shadow Claw, but either way, able to revenge kill him with the Lucario while getting my little boost right here. So he ends up going out to his own Lucario. This can't be Focus Sash. This is Mega. Stop. Yeah. As he ends up going for Vacuum Wave. Okay, that's the only thing he can hit me with. But I'm able to survive that and knock him out with the CC. As now he does have his Xerneas, I guess he can go out into. Yeah, it was basically over. This is probably E-Killer. And I had Specs Ogre, I had Landorus, and Zekrom. So I'm going to pause it until I either win or he comes back, and we'll be right back. We'll most likely be back with another battle. Okay, so we have found another battle. My opponent, I've actually played him before, so I know this is like some sort of stealth rocking Arceus. I've never seen Defog on it though, so I'm just going to lead off with my my SHUCKLE as he ends up leading off with his Arceus. And I'm just going to go for the sticky web. He's more than likely going to go for his stealth rock. I've played this guy before. But he actually ends up going for Roar as he forces me onto my Arceus Ghost. So I don't want to get Wisp if he doesn't end up having it. By the way, I think this battle is basically over right here. But I'm going to go out into my SHUCKLE as he does end up revealing the Defog. And what I can do is just go for Toxic. I didn't see Defog on this thing, so I wasn't sure if he had that. But ends up going out to Mawa. Completely fine by me. I can just get up my sticky web once again. I don't care. As long as he doesn't flinch me, I'm good. If he flinches me, I basically lost. But he doesn't end up flinching me, as I can just go for Encore right here. But I do have my my Kyogre, which can just come in, and I'm actually just going to click Water Spout. I don't care if he goes for Sucker Punch, just because I need damage on this thing. That way I can knock him out with my Lucario. So he actually ended up not going for Sucker Punch, as now he ends up going out to Zekrom. I don't want to take a Bull Strike, so I'm just going to go out to my Landers and actually set up my Stealth Rocks. And the cool thing about this Landers is it can set up Stealth Rocks and then explode, which is really going to help versus his Arceus, meaning he can't defog versus me. Hope that all makes sense. As yeah, he ends up going out to Arceus. So basically, the cool thing about this Landers is, like I said, I can set up my Stealth Rocks. Because of Sticky Web, I will be able to outspeed him, and I can just go for Explosion. And unfortunately from my opponent, I do get a crit, but the point of that was to block his defog. So just gonna go out to my Xerneas, because Life Orb Xerneas with Rock Slide beats the rest of his team, as he ends up going out into his Zekrom. That's completely fine by me, because I can just go right for Moonblast. I don't care if he goes out into Genesect or Ho-Oh at this point, as it actually ends up fading the rain. So he ends up going out to Genesect. Now, depending on the set, he could outspeed me, but because he was running Scarf Zekrom, I don't think he would be like max speed Genesect. So able to knock him out with the HP Fire. This is actually my first time having that happen, because in our original battle that never happened. So I didn't know if I would outspeed him, but either way, it was my best play just going for HP Fire, as I'm able to knock this thing out with the Moonblast. And his last is his Ho-Oh, and he has seen Rock Slide, so he knows that I have it. So unless I miss, even so, I do have, whoops. Unless I miss or misclick, you know, that's a thing too. But either way, I do have Ho-Oh right here. I mean Kyogre. Of course I misclick, of course. We can just go for Surf, and good game, dude. And yeah, let's see. Well, it's taking a while to update, so. And we won this battle too, so let's look for another battle, and I'll pause until we find one. Okay, so we have found another battle. My opponent has a very, very threatening team with potential defogger in this Giratina. So, hey man, I'm just gonna lead off with my Shuckle, as he leads off with his Darkrai. And what do I want to go to sleep? Probably Lucario in this game. Nah, maybe Ogre. I want Landers for Stealth Rocks, but you know, I'm just gonna go out to my Landers just as Sleep Fodder, because I do have Aromatherapy on my Xerneas, so eventually I can go for it. As now I can go right back out into my Shuckle, and as he ends up going for Nasty Plot. The thing is, I can take +2 Dark Pulse. It's not a 2-hit KO, as I can just go for Sticky Web. As hopefully I'm able to hit him with this Rock Tomb. I really hope he doesn't flinch me, as I do land the Rock Tomb, which is going to ensure that my Xerneas will be able to outspeed him and knock him out. So that's definitely amazing for me. I'm just going to go for Toxic right here, as now I can go out to my Xerneas. The reason I want to land that Rock Tomb is, one, my Xerneas outspeeds him now, and two, if he was a Focus Sash variant, I just broke the Sash. So able to knock him out with that attack right there, as Xerneas being in prevents Giratina from going for the defog, which is amazing, as you know, Giratina is a threat. So I'm expecting him to go out into his Deoxys attack right here, as he actually ends up going out to Lugia. So I'm not sure what type of Lugia this thing is. I'm just gonna go for Aromatherapy just to wake up my Landers, as he ends up going for Toxic, revealing that he has Toxic. And again, I'm just gonna go for Aromatherapy, because I don't want that to be, well, that shouldn't matter too much. So I'm gonna go out into my Landers T, as he ends up going for Calm Mind. Okay, you gotta stop, bro. Actually, I don't think that matters. I'm not sure if it matters, but I'm gonna go out to Landers T, and I'm actually just gonna go for Stealth Rock, and then end up going for the Stone Edge after that, as it's doing a decent amount. I'm not even gonna lie, wow. As he ends up hitting me with Aeroblast, so that's fine by me, as I do have my Arceus Ghost, which can just come in, and I can dodge a Toxic if he wants to go for that. I can go for Shadow Force. If he goes for Roost right here, I could be in a bit of trouble, as yeah, he does end up going for Roost, but Shadow Force is still going to do a hell of a lot regardless of the multi-scale, as that is almost a 2-hit KO, as he does end up landing that. So that's a bit unfortunate for me. I can just go for SD though. Again, this thing is annoying. Holy crap, this thing is annoying. But I end up getting off the SD, as he ends up going out into his Giratina Origin, and See, I'm kind of weak to, what's it called right now? Blaziken. But I guess Kyogre can take one hit and sweep with Surf, which is going to be my plan. So he goes out into this thing. I'm just going to go for a Shadow Claw because it can knock him out. It's +2, plus it's boosted by the fact that I have Spooky Play. And now he has to go out into something like Deoxys and go for like a speed, extreme speed. Why did I say a speed? He has to go for extreme speed. So I'm able to knock him out with the Shadow Claw, which is great. I'm not too sure why he switched out Lugia, but he ends up going out into his Blaziken as I am just going to go out into my Kyogre on what I'm expecting to be Protect. And that's great because I will be able to tank any one hit he wants to go for. A high jump kick or, well, mostly low kick. I'm positive I could tank one low kick from full HP. I have to tank one low kick from full HP, as I do end up tanking it. I'm able to knock out the biggest threat, in my opinion, which was that Blaziken, as he still does have his Lugia, which is hella annoying, but I'm Specs Ogre. I'm Specs Ogre, so... the great thing is, Xerneas, even though it is a threat, it's not, like, the end of the world, because I do have Lucario's Iron Tail. So he ends up knocking me out with the Extreme Speed, as now I can go out to my Lucario, and I can just Mega Evolve and go right for BP. This thing has piss poor defense. Caterpie has like more defense than this thing. I'm not even sure. But I can just Mega Evolve and go right for the BP. Knock him clean out, as now all he has left is his Xerneas. And I'm trying to decide if going for Iron Tail is my best play or going for +2 Bullet Punch. Because if he Geomancies up, I don't want to miss. But I'm going for Iron Tail. As thankfully I do land. I didn't feel like calcing it, so I just went with my gut right there. As now he ends up going out into his Lugia. And it's more than likely Spadef, so I will be able to knock it out with Adamant Adaptability Iron Tail. That's pretty sick. Good game, dude. And yeah, how much time has gone by? 12 minutes. That's pretty good. Let's look for another battle. And it'll probably be the last one because I'm trying to keep these shorter, especially since we're closing in on it, because all I need is 2400 coil. I don't care about my ladder points, especially for this. I'm 2195. So I'll probably break it into this next part and a final part, and then whatever I'm missing, I'll be doing that off screen, maybe. So I'm not sure yet. Just gonna pause it though, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we found another game versus an opponent that has 0 defog users. So this is great. My sticky web will be here to stay. Blaziken, of course, is a problem, especially because I have no way of preventing him from getting up rocks. But we'll see. He ends up leading off with Genesect. Now this is bad because if he flinches me, I'm basically screwed this entire game. So if he flinches me, I'm dead. He doesn't end up flinching me, and oh my god, that's amazing. I can just go right for Encore. Oh, you too. As he ends up going for the Iron Head, and what I'm gonna do is go out into my my Landorus right here, just to force him out into what I'm expecting to be Groudon. So I'll pull a double into my Kyogre because I don't want him getting up rocks just yet, and basically I just want to force him out and get up my rain at the same time, as now I'm inside. So that's amazing. And what I can do is just double into my Xerneas, predicting him to want to go out into his Palkia, as he ends up going out to his own Kyogre, which is scary for me, definitely. Specs Water Spout would easily 2KO'd that, which is why I expected him to go out to Palkia, and I would have been able to knock it out with the Moonblast, or even forcing his Genesect and then go for HP Fire after Moonblast, but didn't work out the way I wanted it, as I'm forced to go back out into my Kyogre, as he ends up going for T-Wave. Not the most worried about that, because I do have Aromatherapy, and I can just go for my own Thunder. Hopefully I don't get fully paralyzed right here, as I am able to land it, and I actually get the pair on him, which is funny, but obviously not, you know, that funny. I don't know, but he is going to be able to get up his rocks, which is going to be a bit annoying, and the fact that my my Kyogre has been weakened sucks too. But I am just going to go out to my Landorus. I still do have a way of beating his Blaziken, as he ends up going for T-Wave, and I can just get up my rocks, which is definitely going to help me out. And what I am going to do is just fire off an Earthquake, because I want to get rid of this Groudon, as he ends up going for Roar, forces me out into my Arceus Ghost. That's annoying, to say the least. I don't want Arceus Ghost taking damage. It's my only way of beating his Blaziken. So he ends up forcing me out into my Xerneas, as I am Life Orb, so I can just go right for the Moonblast, as I unfortunately for him get a crit, but the way he took Life Orb, Adamant, Earthquake, he's definitely physically defensive. So this is great because I think I will be able to knock out his Genesect right here as he ends up going for the U-turn. Okay, so he was running max speed, which is good to know. Definitely good to know as he ends up going out into his Kyogre. And I am going to be able to... what should I do here? Do I want to go for the Aromatherapy? Aromatherapy isn't really going to help me, is it? I mean, Paralyzed Ogre doesn't do anything. Let's go for Moonblast and pick him off. Yeah, able to pick him off, which is great. And now he can go out into Blaziken. I didn't want to sack my Kyogre because my only way of beating Blaziken is bringing in Kyogre, having the Rain Up, and then having the combination of Landorus plus Arceus take it on. So he ends up going out to Blaziken as I am just going to go onto my Landorus just to get off the Intimidate on this thing. I'm not sure if he's going to go right for Protect. I'm expecting a Protect right here, but he ends up going right for Flare Blitz. So I would have been able to actually knock him out right there. But either way, he can't knock me out with the next one, as I am able to pick off this giant threat to my team. So that's definitely something I appreciate. As Lucario can win the game, especially with the fact that webs are up. I think I could just go out to my Arceus and win the game. Essentially, I don't think. It's definitely max speed, and the fact that he got a special attack raise, he can't beat me. And either way, Sticky Web is up, so I go right for the SD, which will basically ensure that I win this game, because Palkia, though it is strong, it could probably take +2 Shadow Claw. It can't take a +2 Shadow Force, so I am going to go right for Shadow Force, as I am going to be able to knock him out. And his last two, I don't think can beat me, because I just go for Shadow Claw on Xerneas as opposed to Shadow Force, because Shadow Claw ensures that I can knock him out with Bullet Punch after. So I'm going for Shadow Claw, as unfortunately for my opponent, I do get a crit. And like I said, I would have been able to pick him off with the BP and get the Mega Evolution, which means that I can wreck the Genesect and I could just sack something there. But that was just unfortunate for my opponent. But yeah, just a really quick session, guys. Good game, dude. As I feel like Blaziken probably would have been a bigger threat if it was played a bit later game when rain ended. And yeah, let's see where I am on the alright, so 22-24, which is great. I only need less than 200 left. So hope you guys all enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and until next time, later. And actually, if you guys want, my fault, bro, I didn't mean to stay in the battle, I'm sorry. If you guys want, you guys can leave music like that you want to have in the background. I love the hip-hop remixes, I love the Pokemon remixes, I love Fairy Tail remix, I love anime remixes, though I'm still kind of iffy about using them because copyright stuff. But the fact that I talk so much and so fast, I don't think I'll get hit with one of those strikes. Maybe I will, though. I had before. But anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and until next time, later.